bad storm has rolled in.
Isle Royale is an island with 400 smaller adjacent islands located just 22 miles off the Minnesota and Canadian coast in Lake Superior. Despite that location, the island is considered in the state of Michigan. The main island is 45 miles long and 9 miles wide. The island was established as a national park in 1940 and designated as a wilderness area in 1976. Isle Royale has about 170 miles of hiking trails and 36 designated wilderness campgrounds. However, some of those are not accessible by foot. The park has two developed areas. On the west side is Wendigo. It has a small camp store and a park service building. On the east side is Rock Harbor. It is bigger than Wendigo with a camp store, park service building, a lodge, 2 restaurants, and a larger dock. Ferries and planes deliver guests to both Rock Harbor and Wendigo. It is a 2-hour ferry ride from Minnesota to Wendigo. If you continue on to Rock Harbor, it is an additional 4 hours. The majority of guests take a 6-hour ferry from Michigan.
It's so wild that over 99.9% of the park is federally designated wilderness.
Well, hi there. We are on Isle Royale. First time here. Say hi to the ranger. Alright, we're out for quite the adventure here. About 120 miles over 9 days. Boat that brought in, there's probably about 50 people on there. Most of them got off here at Wendigo, which is the west side of the island. Some are going to Rock Harbor. My campsite I was planning for tonight was only about 8 miles in, but I think a lot of those people getting off the boat are going to be there. May have to press on and go do an 18-mile. It's just before lunch now. Whew. Am I getting acclimated? No, I'm just out of breath.
On the first day, I hiked 9 miles on the Filderman Lake Trail and camped at the Filderman Lake Campground.
Made it to my first overlook. Really sunny out here. It's going to be in the mid-80s today, which is very hot for me backpacking, and very hot for up here. So tomorrow will be a little bit cooler, and then a big rain storm is going to come in, and a couple days of rain, and then it's going to be cooler. But anyway, plugging along here, just trying to get my trail legs, get tuned in, breaking a sweat. Let's go. Made it to Feldman Lake. Probably about 8.5 miles in. Beautiful lake, inland lake. Nice little beach here. Trying to decide if I'll stop here and camp. Look through the different campsites here. Not a whole lot for hammocks. Probably 80% full. I think I found one here where I might be able to squeeze my hammock in here. Not optimal, but we'll see. I haven't eaten any lunch yet, so I'm gonna take a little break, have some lunch, think it over. I decided to stay at Feldman Lake. The next campsite was about 10 miles up, and it's hot, and I think I might be getting a little bit of a cold. I can feel it in my throat. So I decided to stick with the plan. Camp here. Tomorrow I have 20 miles, which is my longest day of the whole trip, and it's supposed to be super hot again tomorrow. So I am going to wake up early and try to tackle that. But for now, beautiful Feldman Lake, some home-style chicken and rice. Just time to relax.
On day 2, I hiked 20 miles. I started on the Felderman Ridge Trail to Siskiwit Bay and then hiked north to the Greenstone Trail. And then I hiked east to the South Lake de Seward campground.
Made it to Feldman Lookout. It's kind of windy up here. Elevation. It's windy, but it's a beautiful view. I made it to Zpacks Bay, and it looks like I have a friend that I'm following here. I met another hiker a while back. He said that he saw a cow and a baby moose on the trail, probably about a mile or two back. I didn't see him, but plenty of signs of moose out here. Zpacks Bay, Lake Superior. It's mid-morning. It's already starting to get pretty hot. I'm probably about halfway into my hike for the day. This is, I followed the shoreline for a bit here and then curve back off into the woods. So I'm gonna make sure that I snatch some water, filter it, camel up, load my water bottles because that's the last water source until I get to camp tonight. And with this hot weather, I wanna stay hydrated. Here, moosey. Made it up to the intersection. I'm on that main trail that runs the ridge right through the center of the island. I can't remember the name. Good thing I can put that in the graphics. About 4.5 miles to the intersection to my campsite. Passed a number of groups this morning. Most of them were going to the mine campsite that I passed a while back. I just find it kind of funny. I thought it was just when I was getting in yesterday, people are all like in a race to get to the campsite and beat that guy behind them. And dude, come on. Really? Enjoy the woods. Plus, dude, you got a 40-pound backpack on and a gut. You really think you're gonna beat me? Oh well. All right, here we go. Making my way along. Kind of came to a high peak here. Got a nice little breeze here. But right there is Lake Dessous, which is what I am camping on. Have to go up about a quarter mile that way. Hang a left on a trail down to the lake. Set up. See if I can race my buddies to that best campsite. Please, bro. Just hike your own hike. Made it to the Lake Dessous campsite. There are, I think, 7 campsites, 3 group campsites. One couple is down here. I didn't check out all of them on that side. I set my stuff in here on campsite number 4. 4. Huge campsite. Most importantly, there's a couple trees I can hang my hammock on, but I have no problem sharing my campsite if somebody else wants to get in here. You can see I'm gonna go right here between these trees. I got all this room over here. Those guys that I was referring to, they're all right. I was just laughing because they were down near that Zpacks Bay, and they'd hiked like 2 miles. Had like 3 miles to the next campsite, and I'd already hiked 10 miles and had another 10 to go. So I just found it kind of entertaining. All right, gonna get set up. Still hotter than snot. Luckily, it's only like 2:30. So check it out. Looks like there's a path right here going down to the lake, which surprisingly, it's kind of a long ways down there. So get set up, go down by the lake, get some water, chill out, relax. Went for a little dip down in the lake there. That was glorious. Nice little sandy beach. Cool down. It's cooling down here a little bit. It's supposed to rain tonight, tomorrow. But right now it's pretty nice out. I was looking through my map here. I do all of my navigation on this trail with Gaia on my phone. But it's nice to look at this map at night for a little bit more detail. Plan is to hike about 15 miles. I think it's East Chicken Bone Lake or something. Going that way. So not a huge day tomorrow. Trying something new for dinner tonight. Never had this buffalo style chicken mac and cheese. Sounded good. Been kind of burning out on the peak refuels. I've been having them so often. So I haven't had a mountain house in like 3 years and never had this flavor before. So pretty good. Only problem I have with mountain houses is my peak refuels, like the biscuits and gravy, is like 1,100 calories, and I need that many calories because I don't eat a lot for breakfast or lunch. So kind of heavy at night. So I picked up this Alpine Air Cinnamon Apple Crisp. Apple Crisp is one of my treats that I like to make at home. So if I'm not too full after eating this, I'm going to try to eat that down. And of course, got my king size candy bar here. So it's a good day. Felt pretty good, even though it was hot. I think that cold that I was telling you about last night isn't going to get any worse. So that's a good thing. Should be able to do it. And I think I have 2 more camps. And then on that 3rd day, I'm running into Rock Harbor and I have my resupply and going to get some real food. So should be a good time. Come on along. Good night. Really bad storm has rolled in. Just kind of riding it out. When I say riding it, I do mean that literally. Tree's shaking my hammock pretty good here. Just trying to keep an eye on my tarp here. Coming down pretty good out here. Not so much the rain, it's the wind I'm a little more concerned about. Kind of up on a ridge here above the lake. Hopefully this won't be this windy all night. But for now, I'm just going to sit here and make sure my tarp doesn't come unhooked and that my spreader bars aren't hitting my tarp. Woo, buddy. Morning, friends. Got all packed up, stopped raining. You can see here, stayed dry under my tarp last night. It's just about ready to leave camp, and I went to the trail here. You can see the trail is blocked. I realized that probably 25 feet away from my tent, this big tree fell down. If that would have fallen at a different angle, that direction, there might be a little different ending to this story. But we're all good. Time to hit the trail for 15 miles. Very, very wet trail.
On day 3, I hiked 15 miles east on the Greenstone Trail to the West Chicken Bone Campground. I passed Ishpeming Point and Mount Siskowit along the way.
Trudging along. Today is one of those cold, wet, windy days. It's totally overcast, light rain coming down. Most of it's kind of been walking through a green tunnel, you know, with the weeds hitting your body and all wet. But came to this opening. Any other day it'd probably be a beautiful view up here, but with that rain coming down, there's not a whole lot to see. Ran into some hikers that had a water source back here. We're commiserating about the wind that came in that storm, and I was a little scary. All right, where's the trail go here? And then we were trying to decide what's worse, that hot temperatures that we've been having, or this cold, wet. I don't know what the answer is, but at least you're not going to overheat in this type of weather. But I am looking forward to setting up my hammock, taking off my cold, wet shoes, got my little rain mittens on here, getting in my nice, dry, warm hammock and warming up, resting. I'm probably not going to eat lunch until I get there. I don't know, it's just a lot of work. All right, talking to you, can't figure out where the trail is here. There it is, I think. Made it to the West Chicken Bone Lake campground. Got here early again. Rain has stopped for now. Still quite breezy. I kind of had my pick of all the campsites here. There's some that are right here, out here on the lake. See right through here. But that wind is blowing off this lake. Pretty stiff. So I want to stay away from that wind. I found a nice campsite right on the opposite side of the trail, off of the lake. You know, I don't have those views, but I also don't have that wind. So I'm right here in number 2. Tent pads here. Found some nice trees to hang from. So I am going to get in my hammock, take off my wet shoes, dry out, just chill out, man. Been hanging out in the hammock this afternoon, just chilling out, listening to some podcasts. Went to go get some water at the lake. Noticed that the 2 campsites near me are now occupied by tents. People are smart, just like me. I don't see anybody out and about. They're all in their tents, staying dry, staying warm, resting. I downloaded the forecast on my Garmin, my new Garmin. And, you know, it's about 49 degrees right now, obviously raining. Didn't need a forecast to tell me that, but 20% chance of rain tomorrow.
between 50 and 60 degrees, which is perfect weather unless it's raining and it's too cold. So it is what it is. Kind of wish I would have packed my my gloves, but I didn't. I got these rain mittens. They'll have to make do. So it is what it is. I hope at least it clears up a little bit so I have some better views tomorrow. But if not, if not. All right, I'm going to eat my beef stroganoff here after it rehydrates. Do some oral hygiene here with my toothbrush. And just go to bed early. Rest up for tomorrow.
Countless scenery, wildlife, and some surprises pop up on days 4 through 9 of my epic solo adventure across Isle Royale. We'll see you next week.